Podcast Network. We have a lot of shows on C- Media. Starting off with Getting a Grip on Things. They're the newest podcast on the network. These guys are all the way out of Michigan.
What's up?
Yes. We also, hey, boys. And then we have the Anti-Hero Podcast here, which are a street cop and a Delta Force Green Beret. They're anti-heroes. They always got the middle fingers. They do the things. They probably cut their sleeves off. They spend a lot of time in the gym, a lot of protein shakes. So if you like stinky farts and cut off sleeves, those are the guys for you. They've got a big old merch brand line over here. They also, Brent owns First Responder Coffee Company. You'll see them back there as well. We've got Conservative Anthony, probably about 1 million followers across the board on all social media platforms. If you like really gay, funny, conservative commentary from politics, well, that's the dude for you because he's extremely political and he's extremely gay. My name is Eric Tanzi, and I am the host of the Failure to Stop podcast. By the way, this whole channel was made for first responders to entertain them 7 days a week. Failure to Stop puts out 5 shows a week, plus all these other shows, so that first responders never have to listen to mainstream media or the fucking radio and their cop cars and their me wagons and their ambulances. So, starting things off tonight, by the way, before we get started, let me invite you to a very special meet and greet with Ken Shamrock. We're leaving here at 4:15, going over to UNF. If you want to meet Ken Shamrock, Kenny from the block, Ken Shamrock, UFC legend, Hall of Famer, WCW wrestler, you can get up with me. We're all heading over there at 4 o'clock. We'll be back here at 8 for an after party. We're doing the weigh-ins for the Fowler bare knuckle fight, which happens tomorrow night. It's the second one ever. It's going to be a lot of fun. And so if you want to join us for a private meet and greet with Ken Shamrock after this, and then back here for the after party, that's what we're going to do. And we'll have another big live show here at 8 p.m. with everybody. But for right now, we have Getting a Grip on Things podcast.
What's going on, everybody? Thanks for having us here. Eric, thanks. We're going to have everybody come up that's content creator. We want to get to know you guys. We're going to let you introduce yourself. But before we get started, we're going to tell you a little bit about ourselves. I am James. I have a page called I Am James, a Thinking Contractor. I got into podcasting and doing this kind of stuff years ago. Good buddy of mine, I like the name drop, Mike the Cop. We did a video together called If Joe Biden Was a Cop. And I think that was probably the first viral video that I've ever done. Like, that was just insane. And then I've known this cat over here all the way to my hard left, the underpaid producer.
I was 6 years old, I think, when you met me.
I've known him since he was 6. I basically could be Elijah's dad because Mike and I are same age. But anyway, got into podcasting. I saw like a big shift in the world, the paradigm of thought. And as a father and as a husband of 26 years, I decided, you know what? I've got to be vocal about some stuff. So started doing that. And then one of the largest things that I think that's been happening, our kids, I've got two. Oh, we got something here. We'll have to definitely do this. So we just got a DoorDash. It's we'll have to open this in a minute. Don't look at that. So one of the things that went on is my kids walked into their school unmasked in 2020. And it sounds hilarious to talk about now, but it made national media. Like, it went, okay. I had a friend in Australia that sent me a voice message because he was in a concentration camp. And he goes, "Mate, you're on our telly. Your whole family's on our telly." My kids walked in with like,
why weren't your kids masked?
They did. They refused to wear it. Gretchen Whitmer in Michigan, we were masked up until like last year, but our kids said, "You can go F yourself."
Wasn't Gretchen Whitmer the one the FBI tried to kidnap?
Yes, exactly.
No shit. Like, you know that, right?
Like, we did a whole podcast episode about
Did you
that.
really?
We did.
Yeah. No,
I did. I know I broke that one down, but that was definitely the FBI kidnapping.
Yes.
Oh, dude, listen, I know for a fact she hates me because when our kids did that, we went in peacefully and it went everywhere. Like, she commented on it that night. Like, everybody was commenting on it because we were the first people to tell the world, go F yourself. This is stupid. And guess what? We were right. We were fucking right. And I absolutely. So my kids did that, and we had a huge lawsuit going, a constitutional damage suit. We lost everything. We have not won anything, but that wasn't the point. The point was we did it. We stood up and we said no. And regardless of how people feel about anything that happened during COVID, we were right. my kids were right and we were right to do what we did.
Doesn't that feel good though? Like, doesn't it feel good to sometimes be right?
Well, so it does feel good, but like, you know,
Whenever I fight with my wife and I'm right, I like that moment.
Well,
I
tell you what, it doesn't
often.
feel good right now. So like part of the thing that we do with our podcast though is like we talk about everything, right? We don't just talk about, you know, one line of thought. You know, Elijah's dad's Mike the cop. We could talk about, you know, first responders and everything, but what we've decided is that nothing's off the table.
Sure.
Right? So we have constitutions over here. We've got hats. If you see our hats and they say, ask Tony, this young man right here is Tony. Anybody can ask him anything you want. He'll give you his opinion and it's unfiltered. It's unbelievable.
It's amazing.
So if you watch our podcast, Tony,
I mean, the only reason I ever like wanted you guys to come over to the network was because of the character Tony.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, I just want to steal Tony, the character, because he's such a funny guy. Listen, there's something special that we have to do for Tony, by the way. We got another podcaster here that's been a fan, followed us for a very long time. This is Paul from Drums and Rums podcast out of Florida. Big rum guy. By the way, I do own a rum distillery. You can buy my rum here at this Island Girl Cigar Bar, made in North Carolina, but my rum is Instill Distilling Company. And I think he's got something for Tony that he wanted to give to you.
Oh, look at that. Whoa. What is that?
Look at it.
Give him a kiss, Tony. I will later. What's in it?
A long, slow kiss, please.
All right, we you'll be up in a minute. So here you go, brother. We got let's do it.
So we actually ordered Tony some cake pops from Starbucks. It is his birthday. So yes, I think we should all sing happy birthday to Tony. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
You got to eat a cake pop while we're doing this.
Happy birthday, dear Tony.
Happy birthday to you. All right. You're welcome.
All right.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. No.
All right. Tell us a bit about yourself.
Yeah. So I'm Paul Robertson. I'm the host of. It started out pre-COVID, right?
Yep.
Was the Drums and Rums podcast was an idea I had in Nashville. I'm a drummer. I'm a rum enthusiast. That's how I know Eric. You know, we connected. He's, you know, from Florida. I live here in Florida. I came up from West Palm today. Finally got a chance to meet Eric. I think actually I had to meet Eric from all his trips to Florida. I actually had to go to Raleigh Claytona Beach. Yeah,
is that a real place?
It is. I've been there.
It's like not Daytona, but
it's Claytona.
It's like Claytona. Claytona.
You haven't been there?
No. Is it for real?
Yeah, it's for real.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Anyway,
I believe you.
So the Drums and Rums podcast just interviews, you know, drummers, people in the rum industry. Two things I enjoyed, you know, like a different guest on, Jim Riley from Rascal Flatts, drummer on there. So I've been, you know, keeping it going along. And as you guys know, podcasting can kind of be tough, right? And you get through your grind and so forth. You do have your ups and downs. And I took a break in the beginning of the summer, do some family stuff. And then what did I do? I started 2 more podcasts.
Nice.
That's how it goes. It's right. Yeah. Because you got to create content, right? You got to create content so you can offer it. So another one was a guilty pleasure show. It's kind of like, it seems like you guys got it's a good discussion show because I don't have a co-host. It's called Riffs and Rhythms. The drummer aspect. And again, it's a shorter show with a good buddy of mine, Kevin McLaughlin, musician. And then I started a whole one because I live in Palm Beach County. What's called This is Palm Beach, talking about more about the things going on and so forth. So that's a little bit about me. You know, yeah, you guys know podcasting ain't easy, right? And everyone thinks it's easy thing to do. 7 episodes, I think most people drop out.
So say where we can follow you at again one more time so anybody listening.
Yeah, so anywhere you can follow and anywhere you can listen to a podcast is on, you know, Apple, Spotify, etc. It's called Drums and Rums. Instagram, Drums and Rums, right? Instagram, you know, at Drums and Rums, Facebook, etc. All the same thing. Just search for Drums and Rums. It's a easy logo there. So
awesome, dude. All right, before you go, we're gonna let you ask Tony anything you want. It's part of our thing. Go ahead.
All right. So anything you want,
anything.
Right? All right.
You might not get the answer you want, but it is.
So what was the one time that happened in prison?
One time happened in prison?
Yeah.
Can't talk about that time that happened in prison.
Okay, well then did you drop the soap?
It is.
Yeah, all right, that's the question. Yeah.
mic.
That's did you?
Hello.
Is that good?
Oh, it's terrible. Talking to the
Come on, Anthony.
Can you hear me now?
Come on,
What happened?
eat that mic.
Eat it.
Yeah.
What was
So-
the question?
Did you drop?
Heard the question. Jesus Christ.
No, I've never dropped a soap in prison.
Okay, there you go. There you go. All right, good for you. There.
He just went right to it.
Yeah. Well, enjoy your girly drink there. It's a Miami Vice made with Instill rum there with a dark rum Instill floater.
I haven't
So-
drank in 15 years, but I'm going to drink this.
Oh,
Right. I'm in
shit.
Florida.
Oh, well, yeah, man. That's right. You're in the
I'm
rum
under the
capital
dirty
of the world.
mitten. It's time to
Can
go
we get
out.
a straw over here that saves the turtles, though? I'm not down with this
I know
plastic
that's.
stuff.
Oh, this ain't. No.
we need a
no.
paper one that dissolves in the
No.
alcohol.
Well, you're no. Wait. Hold on. I'm going to tell you this, right? Okay. Right now, you're in North Florida, so you are in DeSantis country. So there is no cardboard straws in North Florida. Okay. Let's be honest, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So you go a little further south, maybe, but yeah.
All those
Awesome, man.
Yeah, all right,
Thanks, sir.
thanks, guys, for having me on. So
All right.
happy birthday.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. Speaking of dropping the soap in prison, our next guest is conservative Anthony. If you don't know who he is, you got to follow him on Instagram. You got to follow him on TikTok. The only guy to ever get banned at 1 million views on TikTok and had to start back from ground zero, back up to like 600K real quick. People can't get enough of him. He's hilarious, slightly offensive, but 100% conservative. Conservative Anthony. Woo!
Anybody watching, there's like 5,000 people in the bar. He just doesn't pick up in the mic. So
Hello.
what's going on, Anthony?
How you doing?
Now
I'm glad I came in after the soap comment. For sure. Hands down.
that's what she said.
Or
Wait,
pants
I
down.
don't even know what that. I don't even
Hands
know what
and
that is.
pants down.
All right, dude. You've
What's
got
up?
a history. You and I have a history.
We do. We walk. Yeah, I
That-
recognize
What
you.
kind of history?
Shut up, Elijah.
Hold on.
Dropping the soap in prison.
Hold on.
Start
Tell you
over.
that story later.
All right.
No, yeah, we met in Michigan. Actually, we did a rally for Ryan Kelly, who was trying to get rid of Gretchen. Ryan asked me to speak at an event. You were there.
Yep.
And I was doing a lot of protect the kids stuff. I used to work with Gays Against Groomers, which is an organization, nonprofit, that is people of the LGBT, not the T, the LGBT community that just don't want people talking to kids about sexual things. So we got really, just a lot of kickback from the liberal media.
Yeah.
And it was super polarizing because they're like, well, you can't want this. And we're like, how can you want that? So yeah, I did that for a while. So that's why I spoke at that event. That was really cool.
It's phenomenal. And anybody, if you don't know conservative Ant or Anthony, or maybe it's your first time, even some of our followers, go to his page, watch it. I'm going to tell you right now, he's a phenomenal public speaker. I'm not even joking. Like,
Thank you.
he does his public stuff like here. He's funny. You have a good sense of humor. But I watched him talk for almost 30 minutes, and you captivated everybody on the lawn of the Capitol building in Lansing.
Yeah,
it was awesome.
We had an instruction. It was fun.
Yep. So definitely check out your podcast. All right, dude. So what else is going on in your life now?
So I've shifted a little bit, right? So I was doing just political, and then political comedy has always been a part of my shtick. But I've been blessed to kind of get more into the comedic world a little bit. And then I met Eric Tanzi, and I started doing some conspiracy stuff because that goes hand in hand with politics, because our government is pretty conspiracy-y. And I've just, still doing events, still kicking it.
Awesome, dude.
Still doing shit, man.
What do you think about Eric for real? Be honest.
On the days that his belly button doesn't hurt. He's awesome. Dude. I'm so glad I met him. I feel like I've known him for so long, and it's only been like 6 months.
Dude, he seems like he's focused on like 700 things at once.
He is.
Is this true?
He's got ADD or something. But yeah, no, he's focused on like 4 million things.
He does. He's got a lot of plates spinning. But
Yeah.
that's awesome. All right, dude. So your podcast, where can we find you?
Night Shift, top secret information on the Failure Stop podcast. You can find it on iTunes or Spotify. And then I'm Conservative Ant on all platforms. You can find me on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. I'm a little bit more brutal on Twitter. I post some crazy shit because Elon doesn't really ban me as much. Yeah. True Social.
You're on Rumble.
You know, I can't figure out Rumble. Maybe you could teach me this
Dude,
weekend.
Elijah's your man.
We just figured it out.
Dude, like I can't figure out how to make a profile.
Seriously.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's
But
confusing.
You get paid. You can bank on Rumble though.
Yeah, so I was part of I was a Turning Point ambassador for a while.
Okay.
And so every time we would go to Media Row in our Turning Point events, I would always be on like Fox News but on their radio side, so on Rumble. So I'd always say live on Rumble, and I'm like, how do I use Rumble? And they're like, oh, figure it out. And I never did. So
we'll get you the dude. We'll help. Seriously.
Thank you.
It was like a labyrinth. So give it up for Conservative Ant. Also, before you go, what do you want to ask Tony?
Oh man, what will you do after that drink? Since it's been 15 years.
I don't know.
Drop the soap.
Anything's a possibility.
All right, the night is young. Cool.
Thanks, brother.
Thanks, bro.
All right, Eric. Who do we got next, man?
Well, we got Rosa and Mark coming in. That's the real star of the show tonight. Thank you so much, Island Girl Cigar Bar, Ponte Vedra Beach. There they are. They're the owners. They're the most beautiful human beings in the whole world. Give them a round of applause. They keep the cigars coming, the smokes coming, and we love them a lot. But we've got Brent from First Responder Cigar Company and Coffee Company, just for you guys. This is listen, he's not going to like it. He's not going to like the shout out that I'm going to give him, but I'm going to do it anyway. He's a Green Beret. He's a real war hero, protector of the children, goes on contracts saving children all around the world. But he also owns First Responder Cigar Company, First Responder Coffee Company, and is a host on the Anti-Hero podcast. Delta Force Green Beret operator, right? Not 2-4, but like a real deal operator. Here we go, guys.
Awesome. Welcome, sir. Thank you for your service.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for having me.
All right, man. What are you smoking right now? What is that?
A First Responder Cigar Company cigar, our Alpha Series.
Alpha Series.
Yep.
It smells good.
Tastes good.
Dude, is this your coffee? I think your brother brought it to me.
If he brought it to you, I'm assuming that's the bourbon pecan.
Nope, I got
coffee.
the
What'd you
medium,
get?
and it's phenomenal.
Okay.
It's phenomenal. I'm not kidding. I'm a coffee drinker. This is phenomenal coffee. It's very smooth. It's not bitter at all, but it's got a lot of flavor.
To that.
For a medium coffee.
It was really good.
Seriously, it's good. It's bold. I drink black coffee, and I'm telling you, this is a good cup of coffee.
Yeah.
You're going to give Black Rifle Coffee a run for their money for sure.
Yeah, I know those guys. They're good guys, but they know who has better coffee. They have better commercials, but we have better coffee.
We're working on that.
And guess what? You can't drink commercials.
That's right. Dude, let's make a commercial, man. We're going to make a commercial today.
We should.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah.
Eric, we're making a commercial. You hear that? He's not even paying attention.
He said yes.
Okay, cool.
With his eyes.
All right, so tell us about yourself.
that
Like,
look.
what are you working on right now? That's absolutely just absorbing your time. You're focused on it with laser focus. What's in your life right now?
I mean, it's the company First Responder Cigar and the coffee side of business. November will be our 1 year anniversary. We've been doing coffee for almost a year. We've been doing cigars for 2 months. And as you know, anyone knows who started a business, how fragile you can be in your first year, and how much absolute grind it takes. So someone said something to me that rings true all the time: that start a business and you work harder in your life for the least amount of money, and it's true.
Yep.
But you know, we have the end goal in mind, and we continue to grow. But unlike some companies, so you know, our intention of growing means, you know, every request that comes across my desk for support for first responders, as we grow, that's, you know, fewer that I have to say no to. So we have motivation to grow, and that's what we're going to continue doing.
Dude, that's awesome. And you guys also help out people that have been wounded, correct?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Can you talk about that a little bit? Just briefly?
Sure. The last 3 we helped out were 2 were OPD officers that were shot in the line of duty. We show up for those because they're in our backyard. Showed up to the hospital, got to talk to them. I've also been shot in combat, so you know, you have that instant connection with them. Like, hey, I know what it's like to get shot. I know what the rehabilitation process and what the rehabilitation process is like.
Yeah.
What it's like to question yourself. You know, what did I do wrong?
Right.
So I got to talk to those guys, and I got to cut them a check, you know, at the end of the day.
Wow.
And I tell them, you know, the same thing. Hey, It's your money. I'm not going to tell you how to spend it, but I have a suggestion what I'd like you to do with this money. I want you to do something that you would never do for yourself normally. And I don't care if it's the nicest bottle of wine you've ever had, jumping out of an airplane, whatever it is. Take this money and do something for yourself because and celebrate your life that you still have.
That's awesome, man.
So we did that for both those OPD, and we also did it for a New York paramedic who was riding in an ambulance, and the guy decided to wake up and start stabbing her in the back of the ambulance. Just what our first responders do and go through. We couldn't be any prouder to support them.
Dude, I love what you're doing, man. It's phenomenal. I'm not just saying it's really awesome.
No, thank you.
Do you know, Elijah, what is your grandpa involved in? What do you?
A nonprofit that he runs is called Call for Backup. And then we worked with, I think it's called Project Humanize now.
Yeah, I know Project. I followed them on Instagram, Project Humanize.
Yeah. So we actually started those nonprofits, and it's just mental health,
We got to connect you guys somehow. Network,
yeah,
for
that'd
sure.
be cool.
Let's get the word out, dude. I love everything that you're doing. I'm not just saying it. It's awesome, man.
I appreciate it.
I'm excited about tonight. Dude, you got to ask Tony something. Anything you want. It doesn't have to be sexual.
It can be.
You're right. That really cuts down my line of questioning.
That's pretty much all he had.
Tony.
Talk into the
right. Is this thing
when
I got a deep throat this thing?
When was the last time you saw your penis? Like underneath your belly? I know it's kind of hiding down there, but like, what do you have any special techniques that you use?
It's a big tool shed. You got to keep your tool dry,
Okay.
This is work. This is plan.
I need to know that because in retirement, mine's growing. So maybe I might use those tools later on in life as I slowly get out of shape.
Protect your investment, man.
We all have tool sheds. All of us have something hidden in it.
Goodness.
Awesome, brother. Thanks, man. Pleasure.
Thanks for having me, guys.
All right, man. All right, Eric.
Oh my gosh.
All right, guys.
Dude, we're making a commercial with him.
You making a commercial? with him?
We are all making we're gonna
You
do.
said it with your eyes.
Yes,
that it was
That's
okay.
cool, guys. By the way, if you guys look back there, like all those dudes that get like flowing beards and beautiful hair, like those are all real deal dudes back there, real American heroes. So thank you for my service, boys, and thank you guys for coming out. Listen, we're about to head out. We're about to head out to the weigh-in and a private meet and greet with Ken Shamrock. If you want to come with us to meet Ken Shamrock and then come back here for the after party, all you have to do is just say, hey, we're following you. Where are we going? And we'll take you. And you guys can meet Ken Shamrock and see the weigh-in. They're doing it just for us. And so like we have a media pass that will encompass everybody here. So you'll get to go and watch the weigh-in for the bare knuckle fight if that's what you want. If you've had too much to drink already, just jump in the car with one of us. And I promise, well, there are no promises because Anthony's going to be there.
He's got room in his tool shed.
I don't know about it. But listen, before we head out, this is a Getting Grip on Things podcast. Says I need one volunteer to come up and ask Anthony one question.
Come on.
You want to ask Anthony a question? Somebody come up here and ask Anthony a question. I swear to God.
Literally, it's like one of them things that you shake and you'll
You can
just
ask
get
him
an answer
whatever
every
you
time.
You can ask him whatever
Like a
you
magic eight
want.
ball.
You want to do it? He's
Hey,
going to do it.
If you
He's
come
gonna,
up
I'll
here,
fucking buy you a drink if you do it.
you also
I'll buy
get
you a fucking drink. You want a drink? I'll buy you a drink. I'll buy you a cigar.
you also get an Ask Tony hat.
Yeah, I'll buy you a drink or a cigar.
He gets an Ask Tony
Your
hat
pick.
too.
And I'll give you a hat.
Yeah.
They'll give you a hat, but I'll do it on their behalf.
Anything you want. Now you might not get an answer, but it's okay.
I love that shirt already.
What's the shirt say? Chef Boy.
All right, since you spent time in prison, Jose, nice meeting you.
I don't know where people got this from. I'm a
Well,
good Christian
apparently
boy.
Everybody knows. So it's been bothering me for like about going way back. Oh, boom, boom. Is it Michelle Obama or Michael Obama?
I think it's both. Depends on how many drinks that you give them.
I don't know. I'm not drinking fruity shit. I'm drinking real stuff. So
A couple of those, you could be Michelle.
It might be a
and
Michael then.
Obama.
It might be a Michael.
It's a Michael. Grab a hat, brother. Thank you. Hey, you guys, we're going to go. Eric took us out. Elijah, where can they find us?
You guys can find us on YouTube, Instagram, Rumble, Facebook,
QR.
and anywhere you listen to your podcasts. Thank you.
Out. See you guys later.